So honestly, with
Cool.
me is the incredible Kat Penkin. Her debut EP Checkmate is out, and we're going to be playing it. So I thought, why not invite her to my study so that we can have a chat about it. Hi, Kat.
Hello, how are you? Good
I'm
morning.
super excited to speak to you for many reasons, but one of them is because I cannot stop listening to your EP. It is great.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I generally will only like skim through a couple of songs, but I've been listening to your EP for like 3 days now. And I really
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I don't think I've even listened to that much, so I appreciate that.
you see, I think it resonates with me. And also, your voice is just
Oh,
incredible. I don't
this
know
is so sweet.
where it comes from, but it is insane. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about you. You were born in Devon, raised in Australia, and you are now
Yeah.
where?
Yeah, my dad's South African as well. He's from Durban. So
Wow.
yeah, I know, whole full circle. Um, yeah, that's kind of it really. So yeah, born in the UK, mum, dad met, dad's South African, mum's a Brit. And then they moved over to Australia, and then I kind of did a whole full circle and kind of came back when I was about 20 to the UK just on a bit of a whim, trying to find myself slash want to be in music career kind of vibe. And it kind of just started from there. So it was about 4 years ago, and then I just kind of kept building and growing and meeting people. And pardon me, I'm just getting over a bit of a cough. Yeah, just moving and growing and meeting people. I started putting music out, kind of just independently, and then I met other people, like from my label and my management through there, and they kind of gave me a bit of a leg up to like getting my actual EP out and moving from there. But yeah, it all kind of started off as like open mics and busking and like all the horrible things that you might kind of have to go through as a musician. And then I got quite lucky with just meeting some really good people that kind of believed in like my project and what I wanted to put out. So yeah, it kind of went from there really, but it was a bit of a full circle moment.
Kat, when you were busking and you were doing all of the things like before you met the people that gave you a leg up, did you ever have a moment when you were busking, when it was cold or raining or just miserable outside, that you were like, shit, maybe this is not for me? Maybe I should pack it in and get a normal.
Like I never really had the pack it in moment. I've always been quite resilient. Like if someone would ask me to turn my music down, I'd be like, yeah, I will, but you'll be regretting that in 3 years. Do you know what I mean? Like I definitely would have those moments where it was like, oh, this is rubbish. And like going up and busking is a pretty nerve-wracking thing because like it's not like anyone's asked you to be there. Do you know what I mean? So like if they don't like you or anything like that, they will just tell you. They will happily just let you know.
I hate that. Oh, I hate that.
So it's quite nerve-wracking doing things like that. But it's very character building. It's like when you get so pushed so far out your shell and your comfort zone, and then like you're in that kind of situation, it is really character building. It gives you like an extra bollock, and it kind of sets you up for like what's next, if you know what I mean.
Resilience in the
um
music industry.
yeah, but don't there's definitely been a moment or two where I've been like, this is too hard, I want to go home, I want to take the 18-hour flight back to Australia, I can't do it anymore. um I'm so sorry. um but yeah, no, that's just part of it. I think with any career that you do, there's always ups and downs. Like I'm sure you didn't just jump on the radio straight away. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be like, I mean, as Miley would say, life's a climb, but the view is great. Bit of Hannah Montana quote in there.
Wow, I'm living for Hannah Montana quotes.
Thank you so much. I watched it recently, and it's all I can think about. So it's
I'm
just in
revisiting.
everything I talk about.
I'm revisiting old Cartoon Network from my youth, and I'm rewatching Billy and Mandy and Ed, Ed and Eddie, and I have to tell you, it's really good for my soul.
Yes, that is good for the soul. That's like chicken soup.
But I will actually revisit Hannah Montana. I think I need a bit of Miley in my life.
Oh my god, you need to rewatch Hannah Montana. It just is, yeah, like you said, it's just good for the soul. Like it just changes something inside of you. Like you can change your hair, you can change your clothes, and that is just the way it goes. Life is a climb. The view is great.
And also, I read or I saw on TikTok, probably at 3 o'clock in the morning, TikTok. If you are struggling with something, it's easier to do it when you pretend to be someone else. All of us need an alter ego that we can
Yeah.
like live vicariously through, even though we're doing it ourselves.
1000%. That's like whenever I do a music video or anything, it's like it's always a bit surreal because you get like, you know, stylist, hair and makeup, and it just changes you and transforms you into a different person. So sorry. And it makes you completely transform, and then you're this different like ego, and it just makes everything so much easier. That's definitely like how I feel about music for sure.
So talk to me about Checkmate. It's obviously EP, smaller than an album, but is it a story or is it a collection of pieces of you throughout a certain time?
I would say it's pretty much like it's well, I can't think of the word now, but it's in pretty much chronological order, as far as story going tells, like so it's kind of about this breakup that I went through during lockdown, and just kind of all the different kind of emotions that I was going through and feeling and having during that breakup, because obviously normally with a breakup you get those moments where you get to go see someone after, or like you bump into them on the street, and like, do you know what I mean? You kind of have those little things that everyone I think needs in a breakup. But when you have a breakup during lockdown, it was like, bye. Do you know what I mean? You just don't really get to see them anymore, because it's like you just don't have that little I might run into you interaction or anything like that. So it was kind of like, felt like all the feelings were quite intensified, because I wasn't getting any of the, like, what's the word? I wasn't getting anything like I can't think of the word, but I wasn't getting any like gratification from like the little interactions that I might have seen him out, or like or I saw his friends and they were like, oh, you look good, he looks awful. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't getting those little things that you crave from a breakup if you're a toxic person like me. Do you know what I mean? Or like walk down the street and be like, I looked way better than him, so it's fine. So I didn't get anything like that. So it was quite intensified feelings and emotions, and then that's kind of where Checkmate came from. So it's kind of like a bit of a roller coaster of emotions, as far as like me being like it's all his fault and I'm perfect, and then some songs being like maybe I have a game, maybe I have a part to play in this, hence Checkmate. But yeah, so it's kind of a bit of a roller coaster about that. And then it also kind of takes you through to when lockdown lifted and I was out being a little single Pringle and mingling and having a great time. And then so it kind of takes you through the whole journey of a lockdown breakup. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Was it obviously it was cathartic for you to create this EP? I can only imagine it must have been good for you.
Yeah.
Was it difficult to listen back? Do you get taken back to those moments?
Yeah, sort of, yeah, but I quite enjoy it. Like I like feeling the pain. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, shit, I have emotions, I forgot about that feels really good actually, because sometimes it is a bit like that. But no, it's not difficult. I wrote it also, you know, it was around 2020 when I wrote this, so I've got a lot more I've had a lot more crises since then. So if anything, it's kind of nice to enjoy this crisis, because it makes the ones I'm going through right now feel like lesser than. So it's good. I don't mind it at all.
That is so valid.
Yeah.
I think we all need this perspective that you are sharing with us.
Oh, thank you.
I think we all feel like we have the worst thing in the world is happening to us right now, and we forget that things we've come through.
So, oh yeah, that was shit. That maybe this isn't so bad. Yeah.
Or maybe it is, but I mean, I survived that, so.
Exactly. With you.
Talk to me about Take the Time, because that's the single that we're going to start playing.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
Talk to me about that song.
Oh, thank you so much. Take Time. Take Time was a very bitter, negative track. Basically, I mean, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but basically, it's just like this ex-boyfriend I had. He would down things that I'd done to him that he didn't like in his phone, and like he'd just save them for whenever we had an argument, and he'd be like, last month you did this thing and it really upset me, and I just wrote a song about it. Basically, yeah, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? Anyway, he's lovely, but he wasn't in that moment. But yeah, and it was just kind of saying like, I've had enough, I'm fed up, and like I'm done wasting my time on this. and that's kind of what it's all about. But it was started on the premise of this ex-boyfriend that would just couldn't bring anything up to me in the moment, but would like happily write things down on his phone and bring them up a month later with absolutely no relevance to anything going on whatsoever. But yeah, that's what Take the Time's about, basically. Yeah, just me being a little fed up, but then it's got a nice little dance breakdown in the middle, so you can kind of wiggle it out when you're getting annoyed.
I think it's a good anger song. I feel like it's a good like.
It's a great anger song. I think, yeah, if you listen to any of my music, I think the running theme is great anger song.
Now that I know that it's a journey, and it makes more sense now. So we go from Take the Time to Checkmate, to Better Time, and then into Bar Time and Love, Sex, Fame. I want to know about Love, Sex, Fame.
Love, Sex, Fame. Love, Sex, Fame is my favorite song ever. It's like living out my like pop like princess dreams. But yeah, I wrote it with this guy called Simon Brown, who I actually used to do session work with. So he was writing for this company where you buy like unlicensed music and you can use them in your YouTube videos and stuff like that. But it essentially means that like if it's going to be commercialized and people are going to use it, it has to be really cheesy. So we used to work together, and obviously I love writing a good like poppy cheesy track, but obviously they weren't going anywhere, they're just for his company. So we used to always write songs like that together, and then we were just like, why are we not writing a real song for you and me to do together? And we just wrote Love, Sex, Fame because we were just so used to writing these amazingly cheesy, poppy, gorgeous like ballads. So we kind of pulled the cheese back a little bit, brought out the pop, and then that's created Love, Sex, Fame. But he is just like one of the best producers I've ever worked with. He's amazing, he's hilarious, and he can just throw out a disco banger like you've never seen anything like it. So yeah, we sat down and wrote Love, Sex, Fame together. The kind of premise that I wanted to get out, because the beginning of the EP is very much a breakup and blah, 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 all sad and that kind of stuff. And then it moves on to kind of the first going out night is Love, Sex, Fame. It's like going out for the first time, feeling yourself, having a little casual fling, not feeling bad about it, and just getting yourself out there again. So yeah, that's the kind of the whole point. It's just girls just go have fun, go have a great time, fuck these men, and not literally, I mean, if you want to, that's fine as well, but don't worry about them, and just go have a great time. So that's what Love, Sex, Fame is about. It's literally just one of those songs that I hope people just turn up in their car and just blast and have a great time.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to get into for saying this, but I've recently, two of my friends have gone through a breakup, and I've been telling both of them that everyone needs a hoe phase. Everyone needs to go and Love, Sex, Fame it up.
Yeah, 1000%. Can I swear on here?
Yes, of course you can.
Perfect. Oh yeah. Love, Sex, Fame is just, yeah, it's just a little bit of a like post-breakup whole anthem. Go have fun. You don't need their number, you don't need their name, because everybody's looking for love, sex, fame, and that's just biblical at this point.
I love it. Kat, are you touring? Are you performing? What's next?
I'm doing a few bits and bobs in London. If anyone's interested, you can find all the like show information on like my socials, which is like at Kat Penkin, so to do a plug. But yeah, you can find all my information on there, doing a couple of things around London, and hopefully some more stuff soon. Oh, so sorry about that. Yeah, hopefully some more bits and bobs soon. But yeah, anyone that's interested and is around the London area or neighbouring areas, yeah, I've got a few bits and bobs coming up in the next couple of months. So keep an eye out for sure. It's always a good show.
I can believe it. Do you want to say anything to the South Africans that are going to, after I play the song? Haven't played it yet, but I can tell you that they're going to dig it. Do you have a message for them?
I'd like to say hello to my booba. Who won't be listening, but I'll send this to her. Sorry for swearing. Love you lots. Hope your hip's okay. And also to any other South African listeners, so nice to meet you. And yeah, I have a bunch of things coming out, and I'd love to know what you think of the EP, and hopefully the next one that's going to be out in the next couple months.
Stunning. Kat, thank you so much for your time. Feel better.
Oh, no, you're so welcome. Thank you so much for having me. It was really fun.
Thank you, Kat. Have a really stunning weekend.
Thank you. And you.
Bye.
Bye.
Jacaranda FM.